Number 1 says Allison was making pancakes and she needed 1/4 cup of vegetable oil and 3/4 cup of milk. So it wants to know how many cups of liquid she needed total in all. So we have to add 1/4 plus 3/4. And that would equal 3 plus 1 is 4. The denominator doesn't change, so that's also 4. And as we know, anytime we have the numerator and the denominator the same, it equals 1 whole. So therefore your answer would be 1 cup of liquid. Number 2 says solve. So first we have 225 times 2. So we start 2 times 5 is 10, carry the 1. Then we do 2 times 2, which is 4, plus 1, 5. And then we do 2 times 2, which is 4. So your answer is 450. B says 225 times 4. So first, again, we do our 1s. 4 times 5 is 20. Carry your 2. 4 times 2 is 8. Plus 2 is 10. 4 times 2 is 8. Plus 1 is 9. Another way you could do it is if you know that 225 times 2 is 450, 2 times 2 is 4, we could just double 450, which would equal 900 as well. Number 3 says solve. So first we have 4 times 12. 4 times 12 is 48. Then 48 plus 8 is 56. For B, first we have our parentheses, which means we first have to do 32 divided by 16, which is 2. Then we have 2 divided by 2, which is 1. For C, we have 2 parentheses. We have 65 plus 83, and then we have 3 minus 1. So we have to do those before we divide. So first we do 65 plus 83. 3 plus 5 is 8. 8 plus 6 is 14, so this is 148. Then we have 3 minus 1, which is 2. Then we have to divide 148 by 2. 2 goes into 14 7 times, just 14. Bring down the 8. 2 goes into 8 4 times, so your answer is 74. D, we have brackets here, and then we have a parenthesis inside the bracket. So we first have to do the parenthesis inside the bracket. 16 divided by 2 is 8. Then we have to do 32 divided by 8, which is 4. And then we do 3 plus 4, which is 7. Number 4 says write fractions that make the number sentence true. There are a lot of different answers for this. We know we want any fraction less than 1, so all we need to do is add 2 fractions that are still a fraction, not an improper fraction or a mixed number. So if we do 1/4 plus 1/4, that would be 2/4, that is less than 1. Now we want another fraction that is less than 1. But now we are subtracting. So we could do 5, 6, take away 1/6, that is 4/6, that is less than 1. C says we want 2 fractions that we're going to add together that need to be greater than 2. So we need to make sure that whatever we do, if it's a fraction, it's an improper fraction. So we could do 3/2 plus 3/2, which would be 6/2, which is 3, which would be greater than 2. And now we want a fraction that when we add 2 together is less than 1/2. So we could do 2 2s, which is 1 whole, plus 1/4, which would be 1 1/4, which is less than 1/2. Number 5 says Morton says he can compare the products in problem 2 without multiplying. Explain how. So if we know Morton knows the product of 225 times 2 is 450, we know if it's times 4, it would be double that answer because 4 is 2 times as large as 2. So even without multiplying, you could easily solve the second one if you know the first one.